Hi everyone, welcome to OET 369. In this video, we are trying to play another role play card for you. My name is Asha.
My name is Dennis.
So,
Today we're going to be looking at a 75-year-old dementia patient, me. And I have come to Arsha because I have a lot of problems at my home and she's going to help me.
right, so we'll just discuss about this role play card in a little bit detail. So in this situation, Dennis is actually acting as a 75-year-old patient, and the patient has dementia. So he tends to forget whatever has happened. So he is complaining about his home situation, and it's really challenging for me to find out what exactly is going on because he has got memory problems. Here I know Dennis because he is from my community, so I'm not asking any identity details of Dennis because I know this patient already. So this is something you may have to note down, in this situation. Alright, shall we start, Dennis?
Sure.
Good morning, my name is Sasha and I'm one of the registered nurses working in this clinic. How may I help you, Dennis? Are you okay?
Today, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not very happy at all. My son was nice enough to arrange for me a cleaner and a gardener to do the things at home because I'm getting old now, I'm 75 years old, can't do everything around the house anymore. But the thing is, the gardener, he says he comes in and cleans the garden, but I never see him, and tools from the shed have gone missing and I think he's taking them. And the cleaning lady, she's even worse. She moves around things at home and she's also stealing there as well because things go missing all the time. I'm really stressing out.
Okay. Well, it is a little bit tricky, isn't it? And obviously your son has arranged this help. Have you mentioned this to your son?
I mean, he's got his own life and I don't want to stress him out about this as well. I mean, he also arranged a neighbour to get my groceries, but I never see any groceries in the fridge. I never even see her coming around, so I don't want to worry him about all this. That's why I came to you first. Okay,
Dennis. I know that this is a little bit hard time for you, but there is no problem which cannot be solved. So we can solve this problem.
Okay.
But let me just confirm some things before we actually get into this problem, if that's okay. Do you think your memory is working? You are remembering things correctly, or do you think that is a little bit problem at this time in considering your age and all?
I mean, my memory, it's not as good as it used to be, that's true. But, and there are times when I do struggle with the memory a little bit, yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm even worried to even go outside because I've lived in this place for years, but still everything suddenly looks all new and that scares me. So I barely even go outside nowadays.
Okay, Dennis. So I think I have noticed that because I know you from years now, isn't it? So I've noticed that your memory has impacted a little bit. So I obviously need to make sure because your son has arranged this help for you to have the help.
Yeah.
So if you think that is not going to help you at all, I think this is something important that you have to tell your son. Because I understand that, as you said, he has got his own life. But, I think as a dad, he expects a lot of things to be done for you, and he can't do that because he lives away. So he has actually arranged this help.
Right.
So I think he has a right to know about things happening around. So I think probably we'll have to take notice of that. But before that, let me ask you, so when the gardener comes in, do you think that you often check the shed as soon as he goes out, or do you check it 3 or 4 days after?
I usually, if I remember, I check it before, just after he leaves, but most of the time it is after, like a few days, if he comes in at all.
Okay, so we're actually not sure whether he has actually taken it away or whether somebody else has, come in the meanwhile and has taken it away. But we can arrange a community help for that.
Okay.
And we'll probably try and ask your son what was there in your shed, so maybe he can identify some things as well. Because these things might have gone missing and you might have noticed it late. So there are chances, for you to happen like that. And about the groceries, do you think that you haven't seen at all, or do you think that you have taken it and next time when you look you can't find? How exactly that works?
I mean, to be honest, I do eat, so I guess the groceries do come in, but it's just that whenever I open the fridge, I don't really notice anything new. It just seems the same, so I don't know.
I mean, do you then give a list to your neighbor to buy the groceries, or does he just randomly buy things for you?
I usually give a list to the neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I probably think in this case you might have repeated the same list thinking that, so for example, if you have asked him to buy a bag of bread, he might have brought it, and you might have eaten it, and again you might have asked for the same bread, and then you think it's not there. So there are chances it can happen. That I'm not telling this is what. I understand because of your age and all things to comprehend, which is quite natural. This happens anytime, but there is no danger in that. I can actually arrange a community support for you to help with the groceries as well. So maybe we can probably collaborate with the neighbor and see what he's going on, and he can give a list to the community nurse. And we actually have Red Cross Society in this country who can actually help with groceries. So if we think your neighbor is a real issue, then we can actually change him and implement someone else. So until that time, the Red Cross Society can help you with the shopping. Okay. And the one more thing you have mentioned was about the cleaning. So the cleaner, what sort of things are missing? Is there any valuables that has gone missing, or is it your clothes, or is it something else?
It's not necessarily valuables. It's like little nicks and knacks that I have around the house, like decorative items that either are not in the same place I left them. Sometimes I can't find them, and I've had them for years, and I notice when they're missing, and they're just either they're not in the same place or they're just completely disappeared.
Fine. So probably we may need to investigate into that as well in detail, because if you can't find it in the right place, maybe the cleaner finds it not organized, and she might have changed the position without telling you, but she may not be the actual culprit. We don't know that. We need to establish that, obviously. So as in short, I think you have to notify your son of all these changes that has happened in your life. I can arrange some community support in regards to your cleaning, and I will probably do a referral to your social worker as well, so he can look into your case, and we can actually then have a word with all these people and see exactly from their side as well. But I would like to reinforce again that you need to notify this to your son.
I mean, I don't want to disturb him, but I guess since this has been going on for a while now, and it's clearly causing me a lot of distress, so I think it might be best for him to talk to.
Let me ask you one thing. If you haven't told him now, and if he finds it later in some other way, that is really distressing for him, and he's not going to be happy because you haven't told him. So I think, thinking from his point of view, it may not be a disturbance for him. Let's see what he says. So rather than someone else telling him, I think I would probably suggest you to tell him, and then we can go from there. Okay, so shall I phone your son and explain what's going on? I know it's hard for you to tell, so I'm offering you for that I can explain. I've got here whatever you've told me, so I'll probably explain from that, and then your son will call you, and then we can go from there. Okay? Alright.
Yeah, I can give you the number and you can call him.
I would like to tell you that don't be stressed. We're all here to help you. From today, I've referred you to the community social worker and to the community nurses who will look around, and you will visit around at least twice in a week. Make sure that you're comfortable, make sure that you're alright. So you're not alone, we're all here to help you. Okay? So don't think that you are disturbing anyone. That's what we are here for.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dennis.
Thank you.
So this roleplay card was a little bit challenging, and I think you guys may not have seen the situation that often. It is really tricky for the nurse to identify whether actually Dennis is wrong or whether actually the people are wrong. Because Dennis has got forgetfulness, we don't know whether he is saying out of that from his memory, or we don't know whether actually cleaners and neighbors using him. So nurse has then suggested for Dennis to include his son in this, so who actually knows the home a bit better than the nurse, and who can actually look into this in detail, because he's the one who arranged the help. And I think we have also offered the community support. So reassuring in this point is a big deal, because we can't obviously argue with the dementia patients because they don't agree with you anyway. So I think you have to stay with them without making the others as the culprit. So I think we have established that. So thank you so much for listening to us, and we hope that this video was recommended by most of our students, that please do a video on dementia. So I have tried to do my maximum, and we have tried to help you out. So hopefully this was useful for all of you. For any specific roleplay card queries, you can comment with this video, or you can email me at oet369@gmail.com. For our online course details, you can WhatsApp me. I've included my WhatsApp number with the description. Okay, so please WhatsApp me for any online course details. Alright, thank you so much for your support. Keep on watching OET 369. Thank you. Bye-bye.